Good morning, it's Barbara. Thank you for joining me. Good afternoon, it's Barbara. I just missed. Oh well. It's warmish outside, but I'm going out. Good afternoon. Thank you for joining me for coffee. I had one of those nights where I was up in the middle of the night for like 2 hours, wide awake. So but then I fell back to sleep, and so I slept a little late, so it's kind of late. It's already afternoon. But I have a load of laundry in the washer, so I have, and done a little something something, so it's not like I haven't done anything yet, but it's still late. Yesterday was the day where I didn't do anything. Oh my gosh. Well, the carpet cleaning people, the window was noon to 5. And the technician was going to text me when he was on his way. And I told the woman when I signed up that I was about 15 minutes away, and she said, well, they usually give you 10 minutes to a half an hour. She said, so if it looks like 10 minutes, just let him know you'll be there in 5 minutes and he'll wait. So I didn't get a text, and I didn't get a text, and I didn't get a text. And then I was concerned because anytime people in these situations ask me for my best contact number, I give them my house landline. I'm so used to having such terrible cell service at my house that it doesn't even occur to me. Well, the thing is, it doesn't occur to me that they're going to text me when they ask me that. So as she's, repeating all the information that I gave her, she says, okay, and he'll text you, da, da, da. And I'm like, he can't text that number. That's a landline. I need to give you my cell phone number. So I gave her my cell phone number. But then all day yesterday, I was worried that he was going to try to text our landline, and nothing happens when his text comes. Our old service, you used to get something weird, but something. Now you don't get anything. I guess Dennis tested it and tried to text our number, and nothing happened. So then I'm worried that the technician has the wrong number. Tried to text, got there, nobody was there, tried to text. So this is my worry all afternoon. Finally, I get a robocall, which I would typically not even answer, except it was right after I called Stanley Steamer. And it came. Sometimes we get things like Pennsylvania cell phone, things like that. That's often delivery drivers. But this didn't say that either. But anyway, I answered it, which I don't normally do. But it was a robocall from Stanley Steamer saying our technician was running late. And if that was a problem, then, hang on and talk to somebody. And I'm like, it's not a problem. It's just I want to make sure he calls the right number. Anyway, I got the text at like 5 minutes after 5. So he was only 5 minutes outside his window, although I don't know, maybe most people would consider that the work would be done within that window too. I'm not sure. But I didn't care since I wasn't staying. So I met him over there. He was a very nice guy. Sold me to do, spot cleaning, this and that, and, whatever. Anyway, Dennis is like, I don't care how much it costs. We want it clean and we want it done. I'm like, okay. Anyway, I'm assuming, so I left him instructions to lock the door behind him, and, because the house is completely empty. Completely empty. So the only people that would go in there would be vandals, and I'm not worried about that. So anyway, he was locking the door behind him, I'm quite sure. And so Dennis is going over there today to finish fixing the toilet and to assess the work in the kitchen. The kitchen counter, like the Formica, is warped. in a couple places that he needs to glue it back down again because it looks bad. And if he can't do that, I guess we're going to have to replace the countertop, which I don't think would be hugely expensive. So anyway, we're this close. But I have done my last thing. Getting the carpet cleaned, I had assigned to myself, and that is done. But when I got home, I told Dennis, it's so crazy because I'm tired. I worked all day and all I did was wait. All I did was wait. I hardly did anything else. Walk the dogs. I don't know what else I did. I mean, seriously, I hardly did anything. But Aura's house, and today we're also looking over the paperwork and trying to figure out disclosures, what kinds of things we need to disclose to a prospective buyer. And yeah, and sign paperwork so that the realtor is actually hired, and then we're good to go. Had a very nice conversation with her neighbor across the street. When I got there, a couple of the kids were sitting around in the front yard, and as I got out of the car, the son said, "How is Mrs. Hoover?" Which I thought was so sweet. "Oh, she's good. Don't you worry, she's good." But it was just so sweet that this, young teenager was worried about his neighbor across the street, which was very sweet. And then when I came out, I talked to his dad, and he had been a very nice neighbor for Aura. He had shoveled her car out several times last winter, not this past winter, the winter before, and shoveled her walk for her, which was very sweet. She ended up giving him a gift certificate, a gift card to say thank you, but it was very sweet. So anyway, he was asking after her too. I told him the house was going on the market, getting new neighbors. I'm going to tell somebody you like, live across the street. He's like, I don't know, maybe I'll flip. We'll see. Anyway, so I didn't do much, but I did that, and I'm feeling good about that. So the plan for today is, well, I'm doing laundry. I'm already started that. I'm going to work on finishing my sweaters, and I have to do my package to send it back to LL Bean, but to tell you the truth, I might have left it too long. I'm such a procrastinator because the UPS is going on strike, and I'm not sure when, but today is June 30th. It could be today. So before I decide if I'm sending it UPS or United States Post Office, I need to figure out what the striking situation is for UPS. A lot of things going on in the world. Holy cow. We do have an air quality alert continuing today, but the air is definitely better than it was yesterday. We walked the dogs with our masks on, and we did a short walk because we didn't want the dogs overdoing it with the air quality so bad. But today I can't really see the air nearly as well. You don't really want to breathe any air you can see. I mean, I think that's like a general rule. PSA, don't breathe any air you can see. Put a mask on. So, anyway. So that's it for me. I am planning to do a few things today. And I'm not sure if I'm going to be cooking anything or not. We don't need crackers, but Dennis is going to be busy, so I might make dinner. Sometimes when I make dinner, it's just bacon and eggs. Ooh, and popovers. Aura will love that. She loves popovers. So maybe I'll do that. And then Dennis won't have to think about it. I did help him yesterday by giving him a suggestion on what we should eat. One of the worst parts about cooking is trying to figure out what to make people, right? So when you give a good suggestion, that's helping. We had sausage. He had a kind of a lamb sausage that he had bought a long time ago because he was going to make cassoulet. So, I mean, it had been in the freezer for a very long time, like 4 years. But it was still good. But it was very peppery. I forget the name of the sausage, but it was lamb sausage, which was delicious, except lots of pepper. So we cleaned out the freezer. Our refrigerator, the freezer in our refrigerator is broken. The door is broken. We have several broken parts of our refrigerator, and our freezer is frosting up like crazy. And the repair on that door means that it's probably better to just replace the refrigerator. So we are doing that. So we're trying to eat up the food in the refrigerator, and oh, I heard the hummingbird, and clear out the freezer as best we can, because we'll soon be getting a new refrigerator. And our refrigerator is pretty nice, but it didn't hold up very well. Not nearly as well as it should have. It's not that old, although I can't remember how old it is. But it's less than 10 years old, I think. It might be 10 years old. I'm not sure. Anyway, it didn't last as long as it should. That I'm quite certain of. So anyway, we're cleaning out our fridge and the freezer, so we shall see. Meanwhile, I'm gonna go, and I think I spooked the hummingbird because I'm sitting here talking to myself, and maybe they think that's weird. I don't know. So I'm gonna go. Please take good care of yourselves. Please, please, please stay safe and stay sane.